Hello everyone. Uh, in these two videos I'm gonna talk about my view, what I think about Ubisoft. First of all, I'd like to make a little bit of history of how I met Ubisoft the first time I talked about Ubisoft. Um, it was on the first Far Cry. I had a PC at the time. It was almost 20 years ago or something like that. Um, and I read in Games Magazine by the time that Ubisoft was almost in bankrupt, was almost broke, and Far Cry saved Ubisoft from bankrupt. Well, for that, Far Cry is maybe one of the most important games in history. Um, that's the main reason. The other reason, I think, it's because the graphics quality, the graphics level on the Far Cry made something never seen before. Uh, and the fact it saved Ubisoft was really great. Well, I'd like first of all to talk about this little history about Ubisoft because you know after that they released lots of great games. Tom Clancy, great games. Other Far Cry games, Watch Dogs, and the most important of all, Assassin's Creed. Well, but lately we have been experiencing some issues. It's true that the disconnections from host or from session and glitches, limited mode, it isn't something new. No, it isn't something new at all. But in the last month, about a month ago, we we faced it with a really hard time. There was a forum in Ubisoft where much gamers went there to show the support and to ask Ubisoft to make something because there were a lot of glitches and limited mode in these connections. Well, we don't want it at all. We really don't want that. I understand that when Ubisoft makes a game, of course, like any other games company, they don't create and develop a game to annoy the customers. That doesn't make any sense. But the truth is, Ubisoft needs to make something about the servers. At some point, I recognize that Ubisoft, in some issues, listens to the community. I'm gonna give you an example. On the ACR, on Assassin's Creed Revelations, the community complained, and with good reason, that Smoke Bomb was overpowered. The cooldown was very short, and lots of gamers used the Smoke Bomb. It was a smoke party in every deathmatch games and manhunt games. Well, and Ubisoft listened to the community. On AC3, they put the cooldown to 90 seconds or 100 seconds, something like that. So they listened to the community. And in AC4, the trigger time for the smoke bomb is about 1 second. So I recognize Ubisoft sometimes listens to the community and improves the game. Well, but we have been talking about the servers, about the issues we face on the Assassin's Creed multiplayer, and we really want Ubisoft to make something new. Well, Ubisoft promised the dedicated servers for the next gen consoles. So 2013 we expect it, with the release of PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, we expect it to have the dedicated servers. But just 4 years after, Ubisoft announced the dedicated servers in the game For Honor. Well, yeah, For Honor has already dedicated servers. Well, that's a first step. I think that's a first step. Like we say in Portugal, it's better late than never. Well, I ask, will it work? Will it improve our experience in game? I don't know. I'm not an expert in technology. I'm not an expert in multiplayer platforms, game development. No, I don't. I'm really not expert in these issues, but I believe the dedicated servers, they have to be much better than the servers Ubisoft has now. So, and I've been talking with other players that understand something about servers, and they say the dedicated servers are better than the normal ones. So I really expect sooner or later to have a new Assassin's Creed multiplayer, and so I expect the servers from Ubisoft to be much better and working much better for the happiness of all of us. What? Why should it's something we can ask? Why should Ubisoft care about the multiplayer? Well, I think they should care about these issues because every great game has a multiplayer. Uh, if we see, for example, there are lots of multiplayer, very old and very successful: Call of Duty, Battlefield, even modern games, great games, The Last of Us, Uncharted 4, now the Uncharted Lost Legacy. They all have great multiplayers. So it seems they work. It seems everyone wants to play multiplayer. So I think if Ubisoft has better servers, much more people, but much more people will want to play Assassin's Creed multiplayer. So the fact of every great game has a multiplayer is a good reason for Ubisoft to care about it. Another good reason for Ubisoft to care about multiplayer is that new people are coming. For example, in AC4, I play on the PlayStation 4, and a couple of months ago, something like that, I I released the video, I uploaded the video with the title "I found noobs." Yeah, I found the lobby full of new players, so new people are coming and they're playing AC4. In December last year, Arcane uploaded the video too on the PlayStation 3, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, the very first Assassin's Creed multiplayer, Brotherhood, and he found a lobby full of new players. It wasn't second accounts, they were really new players. So it seems that lots of new players are buying and playing Assassin's Creed, um, different games, different platforms. So Ubisoft should care about it. Not only the new players are coming, but old players are returning. I can see that, for example, on YouTube. I started to subscribe some channels around 2010, and I see the much of the YouTubers I met at the time, they don't upload Assassin's Creed content anymore, but some of them from time to time still upload Assassin's Creed content. Not only that, but I can see that when I returned to play AC4, I stopped between 2014 and 2016. I found a whole new community uh, playing and uploading Assassin's Creed videos. So I can see for it that old gamers they're returning, new players are coming. So that's another good reason for Ubisoft to care about the multiplayer. Well, in these two games, I chose these two games to to make this commentary about my perspective, my view on Ubisoft, what I think about. Um, I chose these two games because they were really about 1 month ago. By the time we struggled a lot with the Assassin's Creed servers, and you could see what happened. You saw on the game before. Something unfair for Nashit. Made a great game and won the match, but he was disconnected in the end of the game. You'll see what will happen with me in this game. I played this game right after the game you saw before, so it was 2 games in a row, and the struggle we all have to face. So that's my view on Ubisoft. Uh, I I really expect you to make your commentaries, say what you think, say what's your perspective, your view on Ubisoft too, um, and I hope you enjoyed the videos. It was great to upload this video and talk about Ubisoft, and see you next time, my friends. See you. Enjoy the rest of the game.